button. And that button. And good morning, everybody. It's March, and we are playing Farming Simulator on the Glenleathann map. Hi, truck. And we've got things to do today. Pretty sure we've got things to do today because I've got 2 tractors out. They need to do things. Now, I really don't think I have an awful lot to do outside of what these 2 tractors represent. What I do want to check is our productions, which is right there. So, no oil in production, no flour in production. We have butter, cheese, and milk in or pasteurized milk in production. Oh, there's pasteurized milk in the thing. And we're distributing cheese and butter. That will be going to the bakery, and the bakery has sunflower oil, yeast, flour, sugar, no eggs. It has bread. Why aren't we making sandwiches? That is a good question. Why aren't we making sandwiches? Let's have a look. We have bread. We have butter. Yes. We have cheese. Yes. We have tomatoes. Oh, we have no lettuce. Lettuce. Lettuce is distributing. So we're just stuck on the lettuce production. What are we doing here? Oh, we have a ton of that stuff to sell. So I'm going to deactivate that for a while until we get lettuce loaded. Meanwhile, back on the fields, we have a couple of fields very close to being ready to harvest. I think that's probably next month. We have weeds here. We have weeds up there. We have weeds all over the place. So we have to go and deal with the weeds. And I think we also... Environmental score 84. We only got 10% bonus. Okay. We have spray that, spray that. Gonna have to pay soil. That's gonna be the next one. Spray, well. Roll. Why have I got the roller out? Hang on. Why do I have the roller out? I can't roll anything. Okay, let's put this thing away. I mean, oh, no. Okay, calendar. I'm confused. We planted everything last month, so if we didn't roll it, we didn't roll it. Let's go back to, nope, there. And all of our fields that need rolled have been rolled. I don't know why. I guess, seriously, I didn't put the roll away last week. Because that's the only thing that I can think I did. Let's clean weight, clean the tractor. That's not a tractor. need to improve on my observation skills, I guess. And let's put this away. So we're actually looking at weeding and spraying, not rolling. Don't know why I have the roller still attached then. Very carefully back this up. Okay. Very that's not very carefully, that's very aggressively back this up. There you go. And that can go back in there. And let's bring joystick over, sorry about that. And we can disconnect that. So I am done with the Lamborghini, at least for now. Just leave this here. Might need it a bit later, so we can jump out of that. And this one we most definitely need. Oh, so yes, I was going to do all the things at the same time. We'll run over here and jump out there. So that has medium weeds in it, and he's good for... Oh, actually that might be over nitrogenated. So we're looking at these two fields here. Saying 100 is best, or 80 is best. I might want to take the sprayer out here. I don't think it's going to do an amazing job. Yeah, it's saying 80 is best. So this crop, what is this crop? Sunflowers does not need a lot of spraying stuff. But we will come out to there. We will... Oh, let's try and remember all the buttons. Do that. Center first, blah de blah, generate field work. And it looks like we need to start down the other end, so let's not drive up the crop when we don't have to. Alright, and here we are. So since we now have crops out here, I can now deal with those corners. But right now, let's get the weeding done. Alright, should be able to close that, go back to there, and yep, we are erasing weeds. Next, I'm going to want this, and we're going to want it filled up. Oh, spookiness. So our young lad is here today. It's his birthday this week, so next week he does not have to sit in a car seat. Mrs. Osa is planning to get up a little bit early this morning, so that I'll get in liquid fertilizer, so she can go and buy some cake, because birthdays involve cake. So that's going to be a thing. And since it's March, I have been doing a little bit of work on my railroad baseboards for the last month. I didn't get the track bed completely completed, but all the bits are cut and ready to screw in. Unfortunately, I ran out of screws yesterday, actually Friday. Yes, Friday was yesterday. I ran out of big screws, but I did have a chance to run down to the hardware store and buy some. So that was a good start. Unfortunately, I've also run out of angle brackets, and by the time I figured out I was going to need 20 more, that store was closed. So I couldn't complete it yesterday, so I'm going to be making another run to the hardware store. There's about the third this week. And once that's done, I should have all of the wood set. I've placed an order for some foam board, so I should be able to get that delivered today, hopefully, and start gluing that down this coming week. Okay. Oh, let's turn on the crop sensor and turn this on. So in theory, we should be improving this. What do we have in here? Does it tell me? Sorghum. Ah. So some of this, yeah, as feared, some of this is actually too much, and other bits are not enough. So at the very least, for some of this field, we are getting ideal. We've got the crop sensors turned on. It's actually a nice day, June 1st. And this will get a good spreading of fertilizer. And again, this field we will come back and tidy up the corners now that the crop's actually visible. And that's not entirely how I wanted that to end up. Try that one again. All right. So yes, sorghum doesn't need a ton of fertilizer by the looks of it. I'm also not sure if it's what's the word for it? If it suffers from an over application of fertilizer. We found out sunflowers do, so too much nitrogen on sunflowers is a bad thing. really should do here is that way. I won't go over the same bit twice in theory. We already did the headlands, so that's good. I'm going to come back to this bit because obviously I did not line that headland up correctly. And then we've got to come back here, I think, and weed some of this. Okay, across that one. That's the one I just did. This will be the next one. So we should start, or maybe not. Okay. All right. So this is going to be a relatively easy job. 38 minutes on weeding. I'm guessing with the amount of fields we have to do today, the course play weeding is going to be running for quite a while. Still, and it really looks like there's this side of the field that I can't remember what was in it. Oh, you know what I might have done? This might have been a field of cereal, something like barley. And what I did was chop the straw. And because we've got environmental farming mod, that actually adds an amount of nitrogen to the field, which obviously is a little bit too much for sorghum, or close to being too much. This side of the field, I added a controlled amount of manure or slurry, I can't remember which, but that's resulted in, obviously we do need to boost that up, and that's the whole plan. We use the slurry to reduce the amount of nitrogen needed by artificial means. And as you can see, yeah, we've done this entire field. Not that the east side of the field needed a lot of bonus nitrogen, but this side of the field by design does need a little bit, but so little that we've hardly drained the tank here, which is good. And I can't drink a carb tea. No, that's not going to work. Now, Farm Sim 25, we do have the Nexat DLC coming out, I want to say next week, might be this coming week, I can't remember. I am not buying it. I did not get the what is it? I did not get the season pass. I've been looking back. I've been playing Farm Sim since 2017. Shortly after, no, actually, probably 2016. Shortly after 2017 was released, and I have bought the season pass pretty much every year. And to be perfectly honest, I've not really used all of the DLCs that were given to us. So I've made the decision I'm not purchasing the DLC or the season pass. I will purchase the DLC that I can make use of. I mean, yeah, for Farm Sim 17 I bought everything and I used every mod. There's pretty much, oh, there's new mods on the mod hub, I'll just download all of them. And that becomes a very bad idea very quickly. So, not doing that again. I think this is one about fields. And this one does need stuff. But there were things like Big Bud. Nice mod. Not really one that I can make use of. Oh, you know what? Let's do that and that. That was a total mess. There was the Ball Galt DLC, which had one, I think it was about a 12-meter seeder, which I could make use of with a big tractor. But then everything else was huge, you know, air carts and all of that sort of thing. And it's like, yeah, never going to use any of those. But I bought them, so they're there. Things like the Convernland, the Kern, love those. Those I used almost everything because they're small pieces of equipment. I tend to prefer small farms, so they work out well. What else did we see? Obviously things like the platinum or the gold or the what's the other thing they had? Premium edition. Yes, I want to buy those because they tend to add functionality into the game. So when Kubota was added, we got the ability for people to ride in the tractors if you play multiplayer. Now, I don't play multiplayer, so not a big thing for me, but still, it was, you know, it was something that gained functionality, and if I play someone else's multiplayer, which at sometimes I have been known to, then being able to take a ride in a tractor somewhere, or a truck, or a whatever, is actually a good deal. Yeah, want that. Plus they tend to give you new crops, so getting new crops is good. Getting lots of new pieces of equipment that is, you know, across the board usable. Things like the class DLC, yeah, used most of that. I'm trying to think what else, but on the whole, there is always one or two DLC packs which I'm really not ever going to use. Things like we got that weird potato pack that allowed you to dig up the potatoes and leave windrows of potatoes behind you and then come in with a collector later. I had actually seen a video of that on YouTube and thought, that's really neat, and because everything is small tractor hauled, I thought that's something that would fit my style of play really well. The downside is it was a horrible implementation. So, yeah, while it was, I looked at it in concept and said this would be great having farm sim. My experience said actually it's not so great. But I bought it because I thought it was a good thing, and I did use it because I'm a sucker and I do potatoes and sugar beets from time to time. But yeah, after that I'm trying to think what else. We did get the yellow sugar beet harvester pack right at the end of Farm Sim 17, like within 2 months of Farm Sim 19 coming out. And at that point, I was like, I already, yeah, we had the red harvesters. Why do I need